I was just reading Pitch Anything, chapter 2, and it's just mind blowing. All social interactions are a power game. And if you're not aware of this, well, then you're giving away your power and you're going to lose more than you're going to win. In business and women, dealing with women, it's very, very similar. And it just boils down to something called frame control. Number one, I want to say that these things are happening subconsciously. And so if you're not consciously aware of what I'm saying, well, that's why interactions always many times go wrong with you. You wish you could have said something that, you regret what you said, or you regret not saying anything when someone took the power from you, made fun of you, whatever. Okay? You went into a business meeting and the other person just dominated you, and you just sat there and you did not get what you wanted out of the business meeting. So this is very important stuff. This is how you succeed in life, honestly. Succeed with women, succeed in business, succeed with any kind of interaction. Now, another thing I like to say is when you do this right, it's fun. So when you do this and take power away from someone else, you're actually making life more fun for that person in a business meeting, or when you're trying to shoot your shot with a girl, or you're trying to flirt with your girlfriend. So you have to understand that you have to get over this thing about, oh, well, this is weird, this is manipulative, this is blah, blah, blah. either either take control, especially as a man. Either that's your responsibility. Either take control or others will take control from you. And you'll just be a leaf in the wind and be a victim to what everyone else is doing, which is controlling you and what happens to you. Okay, so let me get to the bottom line of this. And we've done this. We've already done this. Now, when you're when you get into an interaction with somebody, let's say at the beginning of a business meeting, let's say in the beginning of shooting a shot with a girl, it's crucial that you take control of the frame. But whoever is approaching already is in the lesser power position. For instance, if you go to a meeting and you're talking to some big shot and you're trying to get an investment from them, well, you're below them, right? If you go up to a hot girl and 100 guys have tried to talk to her that week, you are below her. Now, so in the beginning of the interaction, what you do is basically there's the guy in the book, he talks about there's 4 different kinds and blah blah blah, 4 different ways to break through and get the power again, get the frame. But basically it boils down to being playful and defiant at the same time, or playful and do some sort of act of denial. All right, so I'll give you an example. Okay, so defiant, playful and defiant. Somebody that the CEO, let's say, or whatever, you're talking to some big wig and trying to get money from them, and then he he says, "Okay, hurry up. I only have 15 minutes." Well, then you can say, even if it's a lie, but this is just a power game. And like I told you, this is keeping it fun, okay? And then you go, "Hey, that's okay. I only have 10." And you could kind of smirk and see it, you smirk, but you act like you're serious, but smirk a little bit because you gain the power. So that's why you smirk. And then they might come back and say like, "Oh, I forgot. I only have 8 minutes." Whoever whoever in the beginning of the meeting has says the lesser minutes wins the frame in the beginning. And the beginning is very important because then you are the leader in the beginning of the interaction. So you're playful and defiant. Then once you get the power, let's say it's settled on 10 minutes after he said 15 and he didn't keep going down and down. Then it's important that what you do is you immediately, now the eyes are on you. Focus is on you. You're the you're center stage. If he won, he would be center stage, but he's already in the position of power. So you took the power, which is crucial because he already had the power before the meeting started. He had the power, just like before you talk to a hot girl, she has the power, and because you're approaching them for something. Now, once you get the power, you start with what you got to say, and you go go go. You say, so now you have the center stage, and you could be like, okay, so you start your pitch. Okay, so this is what I want, blah 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 blah. Or with the girl, hey, whatever, give me your number, blah blah blah, whatever. Now they might try to get the power back, but that's not so bad, okay? In fact, a big point that um, the author is saying is, once you have the power, don't be a tyrant. You give and take power. And it's funny because as he's explaining all this, and he's talking about a business meeting and trying to get money, an investor to give you millions of dollars. But I was like, this is literally flirting. This is exactly the power game that you go through with women when you are, well, first talking to them and kind of, maybe it's not as much called flirting, but there's an element of flirting in there. You're teasing, you're playful, but at the same time, you know, see these are the same tools that he talks about. Like you tease, okay, for instance, an act a denial and being a playful and denying something. So let's say you start a business meeting or you're talking, and then you have a folder with all the good juicy information, and then the other party, like one of them takes it and kind of starts looking at a little, wants to look inside to see what's in there, whatever. He wants to know the bottom line number or something. And then you could be like, "Hey, not yet. I decide when you get it, when you get the information." See, that's like a denial, but playful. And that's literally the same exact thing you do, for instance, when you're flirting with a girl or you're in bed with a girl. Push pull or pull push. Like when a girl wants you to, let's say, have sex with her, you say no. You playfully deny what she wants. And then you have the frame. You are in the power position. Right? So it's so fascinating, man. Every social interaction is a power game. And if you don't understand the rules, I mean, you're just a natural and you're just really good, period, when it comes to any situation, which is super, super doubtful because people throw you off. Maybe you're good with flirting with girls or whatever, teasing girls, but bad in a business meeting. I don't know. But anyway, if you're good at one, you can take that and apply it to the other one. So anyway, super fascinating stuff to me. If you want to learn more, read that book. Pitch anything. Peace.